Hey, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to Paisley Valley Paper Crafts. Today I thought I would just go over sewing in a signature into a junk journal. And I am in the process of making a mini lunch bag journal. There will be another video made on how to go about making this. A signature is basically papers that have been brought together. What I did is I measured them, and then I always say, and I'm going to say it again and again, probably many times over, clip, clip, clip. When you measure your papers out and you go to put your holes in your paper, and I've already placed my holes, make sure that you clip. And the reason is because I didn't the first time and it was a nightmare, because it holds the papers in place, which is really helpful when you're going from signature to cover to signature. So I'm all ready to sew. I'm going to go through my back hole in my cover. I am using upholstery thread, and I did not tie a knot, just a hanging tag back here. So I'm going through the back of my cover and then going and coming through the front of my signature. And then I heard somebody say that it's kind of like sewing an 8. You go from the middle, you'll go down to the bottom, and then you're on the back now. So you'll go back through your middle, and this is where, there we go. You come back through your middle, making sure that your tail does not come through. And so, sorry about that. So I've came through the middle again. Now I want to go through the top of my signature. And when you want to sew signatures in, you'll make 3 holes. What I did is I actually made one about an inch from the top, an inch from the bottom, and then an 1.5 inches down. And that helps me know which side is the top. So I'm going to come back through and then I just want to make sure that my tail that needs to be sticking out is not coming through where I'm placing my threads. I do pull a little bit taut and I go through the middle again. And I come up, and then I go down through the bottom. And clipping definitely helps keep the pages together. So I'm coming through the back, whoops, the bottom, and there we go. I want to keep a hold of my original thread right there. And then I'm going to come up through my top, and there we go, pulling it kind of taut again. And what I mean by taut is tight. I'm going to come through the back, or I'm sorry, the middle, and I'm going to come out the back. And this is where I'm going to finish my sewing. I pull on these 2. This is my original thread. This is my ending thread. I want to make sure that one thread is on this side of the sewing and this is on the other side of the what I call the sewing. I'm going to just double check to make sure that my threads are being pulled a little bit tight. You don't want to pull them really tight, because then you could always have the chance of your thread splitting. I do use upholstery thread that it is a little bit stronger. And your goal is to get it so that your signature will not shift. If it is loose, your pages may move. Alright, so I just want to pull it one more time, and then I'm going to pull, and then create my knot. Now I knot about 3, sometimes 4. I just want to make sure that that's going to stay where I put it. There we go. So I've sewn it in, and now I can happily take off my clips. Just good old-fashioned binder clips. And then after I take them off, I just want to make sure that my signature is not going to slip. There we go. And by slipping, I just mean I'm going to pull on it, going up and coming down. It is not moving. So once I'm done sewing, I'm going to just kind of train my pages to stay, not really to stay, but just kind of, I'm using my brayer. This tool is really handy, and I'm just kind of making sure to, as I said, train my pages so that when the journal is laid closed, the pages will stay down. You don't have to do that a lot. Alright, so there's my inside, and then I just bring my other over, kind of helping out my pages. I've got my tail. I'm going to cut that off, and I have a journal that has 20 pages, 40 pages front to back, and it includes scrapbook paper and book pages, dictionary pages, book pages from a flower book, since the cover was floral. I've got a cookbook page in here. I've got a romance novel page. So I'm very happy how it turned out. And then I'm going to put this underneath some books and kind of let it cure itself overnight. I did make 2 of these. I actually started out with 3, if you want to know the truth. When I was kind of trying to smooth out my covers here, I put it under my iron, and I kind of burnt off one of my little doodads. That's what I'll call it, a doodad. And so that I'll have to keep by myself, for myself rather. This one I just created basically the same. I made it virtually the same one as number 2. It was easier to do it that way, counting out the pages. And so there, that in a nutshell is how you sew in a signature. I hope you have enjoyed my journal making video, and if you would like to know more, hit subscribe. I do have a Facebook page as well as a Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram. I do have an Etsy store that I am listing a lot of my makes in there, so feel free to take a look over there. But I hope you enjoyed my video. What I'm going to be trying to do with my videos is kind of shorten the process. I have a tendency to always want to get at the meat of something, so I'm going to be doing a lot of creating behind the scenes, but getting kind of what you really want to know, or what I think you really want to know. That way you only have you know, 12, 13 minutes to have to watch. But I hope you've enjoyed, and happy Monday.